guys, it's Angie here with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a bunny shirt. I made myself a stencil out of a piece of plastic, and I'm just using a washable marker and going around the outside of my stencil to draw the design onto my shirt. I tried fan folding this design and not sewing it, but it didn't work very well. It did up until I got to the bottom portion of the ears, and then I couldn't get the folds exactly the way I wanted them to, so I just untied it and I decided to sew the design. I'm using upholstery thread that I've used on a needle large enough to get the thread through the eye of the needle, but not so large that it makes great big holes in my shirt. I'm not really a seamstress, but I believe that this stitch is called a running stitch. It's just a basic up and down stitch. These stitches will all become fan folds when I pull this design tight. If I make the stitches long, then my fan folds are large. If I make the stitches small, then my fan folds are really small. My stitches are about 1/4 of an inch in length. When I get to the end, I'm just making a great big knot at the very end of my thread so that when I pull on my design, the thread won't come all the way out of my shirt. Then I'm gently pulling on my design and bunching it up. Everywhere I went up and down with a needle becomes a fan fold. At the very end, after I bunch it all up, I'm going to tie a knot in this end as well. The rest of the shirt, I'm just gathering up, kind of bunching it together, and I'm kind of making rings out of it. Then I'm going to set the shirt aside and let it dry out so that I can dye it dry. I'm also going to use my washable marker and just make sure the design is very easy to see on the other side of my shirt. So I'm just going to draw that on the other side as well. For this shirt, I've mixed up 3 Dharma colors. I've mixed up hot pink, hydrangea, and robin's egg blue. I'm also going to use some black that has been thickened. I'm going to begin by putting the black on the outline. I'm not really squeezing my black, I'm just kind of daubing it on so that it doesn't go on too thick. I'm going to do that on the front and the back. Then I'm going to take and use the hot pink on the bunny portion of the shirt on the front and the back. And I'm kind of stopping it just a little bit before I get to the black so that hopefully it won't bleed past the black portion. I'm going to do the same thing with the hydrangea. I'm going to take it almost down to the black line, but I'm going to leave a little bit of space so that hopefully it doesn't bleed beyond that. I'll come back and touch up any areas a little bit later on after I dye the rest of the shirt. Then I'm just going to continue to stripe the colors all the way down. I've already put the hot pink and the hydrangea on. Now comes robin's egg blue, and then I'm going to continue this pattern down the shirt, making sure I saturate the front and the back really well. Here's how the shirt turned out after it's been washed and dried. I went in after I dried it and ironed it and put on the eyes and the nose with a fabric marker The marker says that it doesn't have to be heat set, but I went ahead and did that with my iron anyway, just in case. I think this makes a fun shirt for Easter. Thank you for watching.